Tweet, dang it! Tweet! Welcome back to Against the Iron Storm with Dread Canary. I'm the Dread Canary. The game is Against the Storm, and we continue to play every difficulty of Against the Storm twice before increasing it. And the goal is to get to Prestige 20 without ever losing a game. This is our 5th attempt to do so, and we are about to start our first of 2 Prestige 6 games. I'm going to go ahead and go right here, increasing it to Prestige 6, calling ourselves something fun. And since I'm not feeling terribly creative, we'll go with something fun. That works for me. Okay, we've got 8. We've got 8 and 2. And we've got 8 and 2 that includes humans. In the Royal Woodlands again. Let's go 8 and 2 that includes humans. We are going to go ahead and start with, I think a forager's camp sounds nice. And some extra eggs. Our mysteries will be that we get bonus mushroom production during the drizzle, minus resolve if we open glades during the storm, speed off-road is slow during the storm, we cannot favor anyone when the hearth is being corrupted. Oh, that's new. And services or people will destroy stuff. That's not terrible. We of course have our usual buff of being in the woodlands and our debuffs from all of the prestiges that we are on. Two, three, four. So we've got a 4 space gap, which means I like to leave a 4x6. Oh, it's only a 3 space gap. I miscounted. Well, regardless, I'm going to leave a 3x6 gap in there so that I can put 2 3x3 buildings directly facing our storage. We've got some dangerous glades to this side and at the back. We're going to hold down shift and say only marked trees, which I do on the marshlands and the Royal Woodlands. And we're going to clear this out. Clear that out. I got a little too happy with my border there. So we'll just draw a nice, satisfying... Yep, there we go. And then along the back wall. And not quite into... very close to that glade. And I think I want one more row. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get started with our +3 speed. This needs to be a human. Don't know why you would ever put a beaver there. We will, of course, want a trapper's camp. That's not a trapper's camp. We will want a trapper's camp for our eggs. And we will want a stonecutter's camp for our clay. We will want to put beavers in the woodcutter's camp. And, of course, we want beavers. And you know what? Let's make this a nice multiracial cooperation wood chopping extravaganza. Herb and root production increased for every 75 times we do biscuits. Let's go ahead and do that. I love that. It just means we're going to be on the lookout for an herb garden. Once again, I am feeling the need to grab a kiln early because it's the only way to get coal. I like the plantation idea, but I also like the forester's hut and the tinkerer. Let's go ahead and take the tinkerer. And an herb garden. Have to take an herb garden. First set of orders. Packs of crops. Open 4 glades to get better glade events. Have 12 tools to get +3 to all types of buildings? No, I don't want to unpause. How would I do that? +3 to all types of building materials is such a big buff. I don't see a way to do it, and that's just sad. I have to like get a trader and then hope. So we'll go with exploration for the bonus carrying for glade events. That makes future glade events faster. +1 production's pretty nice. The parts are always a rough time. Let's go ahead and go with the +1 productions. And 3 packs for bonus production to fabric. That's still pretty good. I'm not mad about that. If we put a tinkerer like that, and then a kiln. We can drop 2 humans in here. This needs planks, and that needs bricks. So we need... yeah. Okay. But actually, if I delete this, and then we try it again, now we should have enough bricks to make that. So that this never makes bricks at all. And what we do is we say we want this, and then this. We're going to put a cap of 20 on the pipes, and 30 on fabric and planks, with fabric being made out of whatever. The kiln is going to start by making up to 50 bricks, which it'll do out of primarily clay and then stone if it can't do clay. Then it'll make coal, and we're going to say up to 300 coal. And if we have 300 coal, then we're going to open up the ability to do jerky using that coal. I've been neglecting housing, so let's go ahead and fix that. With 10 people, I will need 4 houses. And of course, our starter wall. And that'll be enough to upgrade us to our first tier of hub right away. Now, given that I only have 1 human doing all the construction, yeah, there we go. 1 human doing all the construction means we're not going to quite finish in time for the storm, but it should still be alright. Clay coming in. We've got some housing up. Go ahead and go down to hostility 0. We're going to move this right up against the tree line and tell it that we want it to open the glade just as soon as we can next year. I'm comfortable highlighting all of these trees because it does go straight at the entrance first. We'll leave the multicultural team on their area of effect, and the idea, of course, is that they're getting us close to this glade and this glade for years 3 and 4. Housing is up. We're up to a level 1 hearth. Let's go ahead and beavers. Now, we have few harpies, but what we really want is beavers, so I can replace this and turn it into an all-beaver brigade. Safe Haven is amazing at lowering the difficulty, and gaining free reputation from sales is nice, but let's go with the lowered hostility. Lowered hostility is overpowered. Okay. So the downside here is we lose packs and we lose amber, but the good news is I don't have any of that. So this isn't really a problem for now. We can slow roll that. The tool shop, given that I have a tinkerer, is fine. Tinkerer tool shop would give us slightly better tools, and well as access to better pipes than we can currently make. So we will probably rebuild it at some point in the future. Now, of course, the problem is we don't have much in the way of food. Let's go ahead and harpies. Excuse me, I held down shifts. That means I should get 2. Thank you. And we're going to put a trader. We're just going to put a market there, somewhere at the edge of town. We don't want it taking up valuable real estate where we can have housing or anything else. Stonecutter's camp is out. Let's go ahead and fire these guys. And we'll just stick this camp over to the side for now. We definitely want 2 Forbidden Glades, because we're going to do that anyway. Human relatives seems nice. Especially since I already have something that benefits from biscuits. Now this does mean we are going all in on biscuits, but that's okay. Hello. Trader's camp might be good, but I don't, or not Trader's, Trapper's camp might be good, but I don't think I can fully utilize it yet. Faster wood cutting is always a nice perk. But the problem is we're out of food, so no. Let's go ahead and get rid of 100 of this, and we are just going to focus on getting food. Perfect. That'll extend our food supply so that I shouldn't have to worry as much about people leaving. I'm going to stick a human in the kiln, and we'll stick a human in the crude workstation. Got 2 unemployed humans, and I don't really have much I could have them do. I could have them kiln me some more. Let's go ahead and actually make a blight post, I think. That seems like such a waste to put it that close, but we'll put it here. We want this because the 3rd year is when we start seeing automatic cysts. And so we will want to have a blight post up and running before that happens. This is probably going to get addressed with fabric. We've already burned through all of those insects that we got previously. Listen to that thunder rumble. So, once again, I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and I just noticed that there is some fertile ground poking up from between the trees, which means that we'll be able to build a farm over here next year. I'm going to leave these guys on for now. there we go. We're starting year 3. So we will, of course, load up our beavers and take our next option. I love faster wood cutting. Free oil is nice, but fast wood cutting just feeds into so many other areas. We'll grab some free bricks. And we are in. We have nothing that'll deal with that. That's a problem. Okay. And of course, we should also get a stone, not a stone cutter, we should get a harvester's camp here. So the reason I called this guy immediately is because we will need 24 bricks. $20 oil or 20 barrels. $20 oil it is. And I'm going to sell him anything I have to get that. Okay, that's covered. Faster wood cutting would be nice. This isn't good, this isn't good. That would also be good. Let's see if we can get 9 here. And by selling him like 100 plus all of that, that almost gets us there. That's pretty nice. Okay. And one more. Okay, so now we have faster wood cutting and everything that we will need to deal with this. Let's go ahead and get +2. This seems like very nice things to get. Send harpies in there. And we should have plenty of room to finish that in time. We're going to go ahead and fire most of our humans, because what I want them to do is work this farm. We lost a harpy trapper. Dang.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of a rough start. I think we can definitely pull it out. It's just a little bit of a rough start. Prestige 5's not too bad. And of course we're going to spoon that dangerous glade. Harpies are low because they're hungry, which makes sense. If I were to fire one woodcutter, that would let us keep the harpies happy. For a little bit longer at least. And I should probably think about getting some harpy housing down. Just one for now. Or just 2 for now. Our next order will be 15 harmony. Oh, harmony. Huh. I thought that was aesthetics. I should have read that better. 26 gives us bonus roots, which is good for the herb garden. Or 5 glades gives us. Now let's go with the happiness for bonus production of food. That seems really nice. There's not a whole lot I can do about food right now, but what I will be able to do, I need another human from somewhere. 2 humans in the herb garden and tell them only roots, because you can eat roots, you cannot eat herbs directly. You can only put those in something else. Cysts appeared. Harpy resolve is low. Let's go ahead and favor the harpies for a little while. We're going to say that we do want to burn coal, and that we want to burn coal first. And then only... Do not burn oil. Do not burn sea marrow. Harpies are pretty happy now that they have housing, but they're still hungry. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Now that I've got some loose harpies, let's put them in the blight post and tell them, hey, use only coal and make up to 10 purging fire. Our building materials are looking nice. Harpy housing is going up. We're gonna go down. We can't do this yet, but we will be able to soon, I hope. Now. If we do that... Really? One's not enough. Okay, we'll double burn. If we're double burning, though, I can put a beaver in there. Speaking of beavers, let's go ahead and start working on the hashtag. Housing for beavers. Those humans have done a nice job of prepping their farm field. Let's go ahead and make a road for them to get to the central storage. And now that we are in the new year, I can do this and this. And we are good for at least now. Let's do this because it comes with more food. And let's go with protected trade because that scales harder than the safe haven. I love safe haven, I do. But we want to scale a bit harder than that. You're already making purging fire. Where is my third harpy? In the trapper's camp. Well, that can be a human. That can be a harpy. That gives us some more food and some tools, which is quite nice. We're gonna do this for skewers, I think. Actually, I don't love that. We're gonna do this one for points. Beavers, and while working it, okay, that's fine. The plantation is amazing now. The plantation is amazing now because we have a ranch, and the ranch can turn plant fiber into meat. So it's just a really good way to get food. Plus, we just found another farm field. So food will be okay after this year. Firing one beaver lets us lower hostility significantly. I can't really afford to fire two beavers. The trapper's camp is useless right now. As is the stonecutters. Oh, wait, no, the stonecutters camp could actually be really nice. Let's go ahead and drag this around and put some beavers on it. I don't love... Oh, well, it doesn't get us low enough anyway. It's a problem. That might last us a little while. When's our trader coming? 2 minutes. Okay. What trader is that? Okay, he's gonna have food. That's good. Okay. I think we're all right. I think we somehow stabilized that. Now we are, of course, getting more cysts. This is getting worked on. It'll be done shortly. Can I put 2 more? I can. There we go. Hi, Zorg. How you doing? Yeah, I know. Let's see. If we can get 14, I can have all 3 farms, and that is a huge boost. So we're gonna try for it. Planting faster isn't all that important. 14, really good. Let's go ahead and sell tools. Let's not sell sea marrow. I think I might need that. And I am willing to sell. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. So now the only farm that we're missing is the one that does crystallized dew, but we'll have plantation, an herb garden, and a small farm. And that means that once we get enough fertile grounds, we will never have a problem with food. That's being built. I can put a second human in here, no problem. Keeping up with blight rot cysts, sort of. Alright, there we go. So that gets us another building. A carpenter could be really nice. The apothecary could also be really nice. Do I have something that lets me make biscuits already? No. I don't have any way of making flour, but the apothecary would be really good because all 3 species like biscuits. I don't want the smelter. I don't want the carpenter. I've got access tools. Tool shop that I can rebuild, and I've got... I mean, planks would be nice, but no. We've got a 1-star brick, so I don't need copper bars like these are. We're going to get the apothecary. And we're going to put the apothecary... right here. Now I need another beaver from somewhere. Seems like a good spot. Next order will be... No. No. I guess we're going with coats. And at this point, I think I'm actually going to put us on sea marrow. The idea being, sea marrow doesn't lower hostility, so that way I can save my coal and my wood for things that lower hostility. Okay. So that's going to significantly lower our hostility. We are going to put a human in here and say only berries for now, because I haven't built that ranch yet. On top of that, I think I want to do this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's put a second human in here. We're out of wood, but it's okay. There we go. Beavers. Beavers. Bonus leather. Silent looting is so good, though. Let's go ahead and go with silent looting. Now, of course, the problem is I've got no amber. I should have waited. Because that is eating our amber. And I would love to have it stop eating our amber, but I don't have the building materials to do that. We're deleting all of this because we're going to try to restructure our housing situation. Pay attention, Dread Canary. What are you doing? You're losing people. Mostly because they're hungry. I know. Okay. I've got the farms. It's just a question of getting the food into people's mouths. Is that... Are those eggs? Is that a... No, it's a big one. That's why we can't do it. When's our trader showing up? 3 minutes, and he's not going to have food anyway. Okay. Well, you know what? We've come back from worse things. We're just going to have some people leave, and it'll be alright. Got harpies and harpy housing, and it's not enough for them. We could, of course, lower hostility to try to save them for a bit. But it'll only work for a little while. Because now they're hungry again. Yeah, I'm just gonna lose a bunch of harpies. Hunter's camp is out of suitable trees, so we're going to move it up to this side. We lost a Blight Fighter. Let's go ahead and actually get rid of all of our Blight Fighters. I don't think I need them. Where can I usefully put people? We're losing so many people at this point. Okay. The good news is I've got fewer mouths to feed. And we've got food coming in soon. Okay, Hiveless. Hey. You don't really have anything I can buy. What can I do to deal with this? We can use 10 tools, or we can use 24 fabric. We can use 10 tools. If I sell you that, and 22 bricks, and like 14 stone, maybe fabric. No. No, like there's just... Oh, I could do it if I was willing to sell some wildfire essence. Okay. Okay. And let's go ahead and do that. Because see, now that we have food, the hunger's going to go way down. Okay. This is okay. We're stabilizing. It doesn't look very good, but we're stabilizing. Look at that. Now that we've got farms up and running, we've got food reserves coming in. That's really good. Once this is done... Oh, this is done. That's even better. Our last order will be... well, we're definitely going to have the meat, and we've got the ability to make jerky already. Pickled goods can be done out of a pile of things. I don't know that I need to be doing religion with just humans, though +1 coal is quite nice, and parts. Let's go with that because of the parts. People are desperately unhappy, but if I fire my woodcutters, and we're just going to go ahead and commit to opening up this small glade next year, because these big glades are just kicking my tail everywhere. It's bad. Let's go ahead and move this over here. And we're going to... whoop. And that'll be enough to keep people happy for the storm. And we have plenty of wood, so there's no problem there. Okay. I love rooty ground for wood, but I'm having food issues. So let's go with the old fedora hat, which is fine. It's not super exciting, but it's fine. As soon as this beaver delivers his stuff, you know what? Let's see what else we can get. We can just get 3 beavers. Let's go ahead and do 3 beavers. And that's already set. So we will put 2 beavers and a harpy. Do we not have wood? We don't have wood. Never mind. We can put 1 harpy in the blight post. Now, once we have planks, I've got way too much harpy housing right now. We got 4 glades. That's nice. We can go ahead and have people do more. And now we have planks, and that is really good. There's also 2 camps that I haven't done anything with that I can use to get my villagers back, but I want to solve the food issue a bit more first. Okay, so let's go ahead and rebuild the tool shop. Why are we rebuilding it? We're rebuilding it for 3-star simple tools and the ability to make pipes. I don't love using the rain punk system, so we're not going to. I'm going to put a human up here on the ranch and rebuild that as well. And that is going to get us this option. There we go, and done. The provisioner is good, so is the monastery and the tavern. So the best reason to get the provisioner is because the provisioner is going to give us the ability to grind flour, and that is going to give us the ability to make biscuits in the apothecary, at which point everyone's going to have access to a complex food that they like. The monastery and the tavern are good later. The cellar is good, is also good for beavers, maybe. Let's go with the provisioner here. And we are going to put the provisioner like this. Additional blight rots has spawned, but we have enough. That's really good. And what we're going to do is we're going to say that the ranch can be run on plant fiber and berries. And we're going to say that when we make fabric, we're only going to use leather. We're not going to use... Actually, we're only going to use leather. There we go. That will help. Now we collect all the food. Biscuits will be made exclusively out of flour and berries. We're not going to make anything else there. Put a road. Hi, Zorg.
Hello.
Oh, free incense. That could be nice. Harvesting is extremely good. Okay. So ideally we'd get all of these, but I can't afford all 3 of these. So let's go ahead and get at least 23. sell the copper, sell the plant fiber, sell 15 bricks. Okay. What that's going to let me do... Where is my harpy working? No. No. Get out. You now work in the apothecary as a biscuit maker, and that is all you do. We're going to focus on that hashtag housing for beavers, and then get another human house down. Actually, let's interweave these. There we go. Now at hostility 4, that's pretty bad. We're going to go ahead and fire our woodcutters. Get us down to hostility 1, or 2, rather. And I think... if we do this for most of the storm, that will get us through. Yeah, hostility is pretty bad. Let's go ahead and do this so they don't run out just yet. Here we go. All right, beavers. Beavers. No burning. Good. 3 packs for new people, 3 mushrooms for every 10 grain. Yes, that gives us access to the last type of food once we get a small farm going, I should say. We won't need beavers here. More harpies would be great, and let's go ahead and just do this. And what we're going to do there is we're going to put another harpy in the apothecary. We're going to put 2 harpies in the ranch. We're going to put a harpy in the provisioner. And what you're going to do is do this first, then this. Don't do barrels ever. Provisions, we're not going to make provisions yet. We will eventually, because eventually we do want to do trading and all of that jazz. But for now, we're not going to do any provisions. We're low on food, but that is to be expected at this point. With both a ranch... Okay, I never actually staffed this harvester's camp. And with both a ranch and an herb garden right here, I think it makes a lot of sense for me to put a warehouse right there. Especially once that herb garden pops off, because the herb garden is going to pop off, so with us making biscuits now. It'll take a little while to stack, but when it gets stacking, it's going to be really nice. Let's take a look at what we can do with tools. Nothing immediately useful. That's got... we need one more tool to activate that. There's nothing in here. Okay. This is a harmony building that I can certainly bring in. Something like that. And it's a little inefficient, but we're just going to make a little garden there. Do a wall crossing. And then I think we're just going to do all of this. Why are you low? You're hungry. You're always hungry. You can't make any... We've got the flour. We don't have the berries. Okay. But we will soon. I really should think about those packs so we can get bonus cloth production. Move this much closer. Our warehouse is waiting on parts, and there is a trapper's camp that can't do anything. So let's free up some parts there. And let's also build a warehouse right by this plantation. That way we can turn in all of that as it becomes available. We are going to just snuggle up to this dangerous glade. Just spoon it nicely. Resolve is still low. Still due to food. Really. Alright, so, as always, we're going to get rid of our woodcutters. And we've got some in the way of fuel. That'll help. That'll help significantly. Okay. Yeah. It's not looking great, but it's not looking terrible either. And with meat being produced out of plant fiber, I think we're looking all right. I mean, people are pretty sad because I'm out of fuel to burn. I've got 41 seconds and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Alright, well, you know what? This seems like a really good place to end the video. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for spending nearly an hour with me today. I know there's other ways you can spend your time. If you do like the video, please like the video. You know, just so the YouTube algorithm knows I'm out here making all of this content for you lovely people. Remember, if you want to catch me live, I'm on twitch.tv/dreadcanary from 8 p.m. till midnight Eastern Time, Mondays and Thursdays. If that schedule has to change for any reason, the change will be announced on my dedicated Twitter @GhostFinchMedia, which is where I put updating for that and any other projects that I can make publicly available. It's a little bit quiet on that Twitter right now. It's only announcements about the Twitch stream, simply because I have other projects that suddenly came up and took over my time, ones that I don't really need to be advertising on social media. Regardless, I'm really glad you've been here with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I would love to see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube.